What's up, everybody? Welcome to Week 2 podcast. I'm Sam, and with us we have Rob. How's it going, Rob?
It's going well, Sam. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good. You did better this week.
Well, it's hard to do much worse.
Yeah. I'm still, man. I'm looking at these guys who score 150 to 200 like every week, and I'm like, how do you guys do it?
They're fantasy superstars. We're just the schleps, dude.
I tell you, should we talk about playoffs yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
Playoffs. Yeah.
All right. So let's. You want to give the rundown, Rob?
Lightning round, baby. Lightning round.
Here we go.
Early for standings. We'll start that. We'll start after week 4. All right, Sam. Here we go. Week 2 in the order they show up on my screen. El Oso Verde giving up on fantasy football. 115. The autumn wind blows right on through. Raiders 2-0. Autumn wind. He's either 1-1 or 2-0. Who knows? But he definitely's got one because he won this one easily. Tom Brady continues to shine. Derrick Henry shows up massively in this one. El Oso Verde sitting here, and he's going, how can I start Dak Prescott and only get 4 points? That whole Chargers game was a bizarro world, but It was only 4 points. But they pulled that one out. So I'm not quite sure it's over quite yet here at El Oso Verde, but the team's going to need to keep going. Moving on over there to Belichick Meat, running down, getting blown out. Slightly blown out by Saz. Patrick Mahomes comes back down to earth, throws a ridiculous interception, but, he's still worth 42 points. Matt Stafford rolling in there. Gets nothing out of his running backs, and still it's way too much when you throw in Cooper Kupp for Belichick made. He's running very nice with Kyler Murray, Nick Chubb. There should be better days ahead. Alvin Kamara had that was not a good day, Sam. Not a good day at all. So I think we'll hear from him later. All right, rolling on through to the Degenerate Bastards, who all of a sudden just thinks it's his birthright to score 200 points. Playing up against high rollers this week, a little bit of a draft showdown. I should be focusing on Degenerate Bastards and 211 points. We'll come back to him later as our team of the week. But high rollers, my lord, is that a collection of wide receivers he has there. So when you got Mike Evans and Julio Jones on your bench, and I'm going, I'm not going to give either of them a bad non-start of the week. That's a pretty loaded up team there. So looking real good. However, not enough this week, especially when you're going up against 213. 148 gets it done against a lot of teams. New Denver rolling in. 127 gets the win over Ninja Assassin Sam. You even had Aaron Rodgers and Zeke show up this week, and you've got 120 points and none to show for it. New Denver finds one of the teams on this board he can beat, and it's the right matchup this week. So not a whole lot to say there. Good job, Don. Way to get off the schneid. Rolling on over to this game, Super Flukies, thank God for Tay, keeping Super Flukies from just, taking the entire division right off the bat. Tay rolls in there with a real nice performance from Murray, Joe Burrow, and then Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones, huge this week. Cooper Kupp, huge. Hard to come over that, even with 86 points out of the super duo, Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. Better days ahead there, Revis, no problem. Pete Muppets, straight LA Kings. 68-yard touchdown pass by, that would be Russell Wilson. He threw a 64-yarder too. That's the difference in this game, 154 to 154. Oh, that hurts. But hey, the long touchdown is the way to go, just if everybody missed the thread. Long touchdowns till we puke. And if we don't have any there, we go to freaking long field goals. And God help us, if we don't have any there, we have to go to a coin toss. We have not ever had to do that, do not want to do that. So Pete Muppets wins it out. Pretty rare that would happen, but it is what it is. Rolling on down to the next one here is Wolfpack Heart Foundation. Heart Foundation 0-2. Losing to Wolfpack. Oh, nothing more to be said there. Rolling down to the Kelly Bulldogs getting green. I got it up to 143. That may be a season high for me the way some of these guys are going. So Kelly Bulldogs, 2 are going out early. That's too much. Fresno State. Man, that was an exciting game on Saturday night. So he doesn't care about losing. So that's it, Sam.
Yeah. Wolfpack, amazing with Derrick Henry there. I mean, that guy don't let up, man. I think he's consistently good. I think he's consistently almost every game. So
yeah, people should probably take him as a first-round pick.
Yeah.
And in fact, you may be giving a little preview of our studs of the week, Sam. You want to move on to that?
Yeah. Let's talk about studs of the week. Obviously, Derrick Henry, right?
And Derrick Henry, no question, man. 68 points, and yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, I was busy working. I had been off for 4 days, and I had 93,000 emails. So I was like, well, my entire Monday is going to suck if I don't do this. So I went through that. I started working. I looked up and Seattle lost, and Derrick Henry went wild. So that was a strange game, very strange game. But Derrick Henry, unstoppable, man.
Mm-hmm.
When he gets going, he's unstoppable, straight up. I got a couple others, though. We'll go with Aaron Jones, 4 touchdowns, Monday Night Football. That's pretty nice, right?
Yep.
3 of them thrown by Aaron Rodgers, making sure he gets his stats. I told you last week, Sam. Aaron Rodgers will get his stats, but he didn't get his stats of the week from us. Aaron Jones, I mean, it's pedestrian 40. Who cares anymore, you know? And I threw this guy in because, why not? Cooper Kupp. He'll never do 40 again this entire year. Never. It'll never happen. So you can chase those 40 points from here to the end of time. It's not going to happen again, but we'll give him a start of the week. Sam, what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, maybe a different change in QBs might help him out. I don't know, Rob, maybe.
Well, Pat Stafford out there is, I guess he will put him up, but I don't know. That defense Rams be facing is going to get a lot harder as the season goes on. Maybe not Arizona, but, Arizona's not too bad either, actually, this year. So, it's kind of funny. Maybe Seattle is the weak link in that division. Anyway, we digress. Puds of the week. So many choices, Sam. So many choices.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to put this guy out there, even though both guys were smart enough to not start him. But, the Clydesdale, kicking up the football, driving for the win, going to ice that game no problem, and he fumbles. And, can we just go out there and say that we're 19 games in this guy's career, and, Sam, I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah.
As a Chiefs fan, I've seen every game. I mean, he's a change of pace back at best, and that's only when you want to get slower. I mean, so just not seeing it, dude. That was a horrible fumble and yet another mediocre performance out of him. So, yeah, I mean, what else to say there?
Yeah.
It was gross. Clydesdale, man, they could have ran freaking Darrell Williams out there and done better. I just put this guy as a play of the week because I have no idea why you would start him, and I don't even know who he is, even though I'm sure he was good in college. But why would you ever start a Jets wide receiver in any game ever, but especially against New England? There's apparently a guy in the NFL that plays for the Jets named Corey Davis. Again, I'm sure he was great in college, and everybody's like, well, Rob, but I don't care. He was worth 0. That's a bad start. It's a bad start. It's a bad start. It's a terrible quarterback that threw 4 interceptions against a freaking, defensive genius that loves to rub it into the Jets every week. It's a bad start, Sam.
Yeah.
And he came through like a plug.
Yeah. Autumn win, you could have had so much more points. He still got 196. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, but he could have had 200. He could have been up there in degenerate bastards territory. Yeah. Hey, trust me, I don't even remember who he was playing for at this point. I'm just saying, whoever it was, it could have been me. It would have been a bad start. But even I, with my lousy 222 total points on the year, no, it's not the start. A no-name wide receiver with a second-game quarterback against the Patriots on the road. Just not going to happen. That was in New York. That makes it even worse. Anyway, final thought of the week, Alvin Kamara. Where the hell was that, man? 2 points, man. Two.
Yeah,
this guy will make you crazy when he goes bad, man.
That team, that whole team too. I mean, well, let's go back to the Chiefs real quick. Tyreek Hill, only 2 points too, right?
Yeah, but they, I actually saw that game instead of just looked at stats. So for all I know, they put 4 guys on Corey Davis, but I didn't see any of that game. Tyreek, Baltimore just took him out of the game, and Byron Pringle had a big day. Everybody go think of Byron Pringle. You won't hear his name again until week 9. But it's, they took him straight out. Not too many teams can do that either.
Yeah. And
Chelsea went wild, though.
And also with with Dak Prescott there. I mean, from a big opening, what Dak did on week 1 to week 2. I don't know what they were doing, but, hey, let's give Zeke the ball this time. Or Pollard.
That was one of the, that game, just to dwell on that for just a second, I would agree with that one as well. He wasn't really a pud. I mean, he won the game, right?
Yeah.
So it just, that game was weird. I mean, I thought it was going to be like 51-48, and it's like 19-17 or something. And And it wasn't because of the defense. I love Justin Herbert. I got him on my team. I've had him 2 years running. Maybe we're anointing him great because I'm like, well, he threw 2 interceptions and they were both kind of crappy. And I mean, he hasn't really torn it up yet. But every week that I read what a great job he did in the game, wow, he made some amazing things. And I'm like, yeah, okay. So anyway, we dwell too long there. So my start of the week, Sam, I'm going to award it to exactly nobody. I went through every single team this week and I could not find one freaking start that impressed me. That was off the chart. There's nobody, dude. Nobody. Had Corey Davis put up like even 8, I might have given it to him, but he got 0. So
Yes.
I mean, I literally got nobody here, man. And this one here, if you're gonna pick up Cortland Sutton, this is a Sid Baxter. If we still haven't come up with a better name for it. If you're gonna pick him up and he's playing the Jags and you don't start him, then why didn't you just send the $5 to Gang Green? I mean, come on. I don't see it. So we go with Christian Kirk against the Minnesota Vikings if you're the Wolfpack over Cortland Sutton, really, against the Jags. That's, I guess you just wanted to wait and see how he did, but people were worried there was going to be a rush on Cortland Sutton on the waiver wire. And looking over here, I'm looking at Savs, who I don't love to question Savs because, he'll beat me, as most teams will. But Cortland Sutton over, I don't really see anybody there. So it's mostly on Todd. It's a Sid Baxter, though. He put up 21. A.J. Brown, that's a good start, going into that game against Seattle with their suspect secondary and obviously new Cooper Kupp. So the Sid Baxter was not for the Savs. That's a brilliant Sid Savs. Wolf, what the hell? So that's it.
That's it.
Never go with Christian Kirk over any wide receiver playing against the Jaguars, man. God, that kid's horrible.
And
they got.
And oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say the Jaguars drafted Trevor Lawrence and somehow got worse. It's almost impossible.
You got to get an O-line first. Get an O-line.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, I know, but still, they didn't have an O-line last year. They drafted Trevor Lawrence and got worse.
Yeah.
It's true.
And that would be week 2. Hey, remember to send in your league dues. Of course, I'm saying that because I haven't yet, so I'll have to send that in here pretty soon. I'll make sure to post the Venmo to send that in. And again, make sure you get your waivers in by tomorrow afternoon. Real quick before we end this, what's up with somebody picking up the Houston QB? God dang it, I can't even remember his name anymore. See, you can't remember his name. You can't remember his name.
The guys do, including myself. I actually spent $15 on a wide receiver before the weeks for the season started and got exactly 0 points out of it. I should have put Henry Ruggs up as a bad non-start, but there's just so many moves. We're all geniuses and we're all dweebs at the same every week, no matter on how it turns out.
Yes.
Again, though, Cortland Sutton, $5. You got to play him against the Jets.
Everybody thinks they got the best move.
Oh, no. I don't know about everybody else. Most of the time I make moves, I'm like, why? Why don't I just spend this $5 on therapy, man?
No, I really think it's the best move. Every move I make, I feel like it's the best move.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I wish I could say the same, man.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Good luck this week.
Thanks, Sam. A pleasure as always, brother.